I think we were dominating the game. So we were putting us every time in good position to take this win. And yeah, we had a chance to make that shot. And of course, that turned the game around, even though we were, I don't say controlling it, but we were always putting ourselves into good position to bring that home. But yeah, when you score 5 like that and you're already 1 up, it's 6 points lead, then it's tough, because I know we can play defensive too, and it's really tough to come back at this level.
I think it's a good win for us for today, because we come from yesterday with 2 losses against Canada, against Russia, 2 important games. But I mean, yesterday was yesterday, and today is today. We try our best, and we'll see in the end what's happened, and we'll try to win the next games.
No, I mean, the coaches just told us that we need to perform the way we can, because that's the only way we can win. And we know we have the level to beat every team here. So we just needed to bring that level on the ice, to perform well individually and to perform well as a team. And then we knew we could have won this game. So we can also win the next ones.
I mean, we don't have pressure, because I think they have more pressure than us, because they are Scotland, we are Italy, and then I mean, we try to play the best way we can, and then we see what's happened. We try to play like today against Norway, and then we see.
Obviously, it's been a slow start for us, but we're getting better. We already consider 6 losses, but there's extreme chances, so we have to focus a game at a time and go forward.
Yeah, it was a battle for sure. I thought in the first kind of half of the game, we had some momentum, and they clawed that back from us and played really well in the second half, put some pressure on. We gave them a couple half shots, and they were able to capitalize. And ultimately, you know, made a good shot in 10, made him throw one more for the win, and he came up just there. It was an incredible sweep on their part. But I would say it was actually a pretty good effort. We made a lot of shots out there. There were a few that didn't land in quite the right spot, but sometimes it just happens, you know, that's the game. Right now, we just got to focus though on the game tonight. We've got a big one against Nick, and we're going to have to play our best out there.
And
well, you know, the top teams they're playing their best right at the end of the week, and that's all you can really ask for. So you got to go into those games knowing that they're going to make a pile of shots, and you've got to bring your A game, because anything less than that isn't going to be enough. And it doesn't matter if it's a team that we see all year on tour, or if it's a team that, you know, we haven't run across very many times. Everyone's playing well at this point in the event, and everyone loves to beat us when they get the opportunity.
Right. I haven't quite looked at it yet, but yeah, I mean, this is, as you can see, an incredibly deep field, and there's some teams, I mean, everybody out here is making tons of shots. And so that does not surprise me at all to see, you know, teams winning and losing to different people, and having this crazy log jam of a standings.
Does it?
I mean, it's the World Championships, honestly, and you can't give anything away here, because if you come out and you don't make shots or play the wrong shots, teams are going to beat you. And I mean, we've seen that throughout this competition. So you know, for us, you know, we had a great day today, but that doesn't mean we're not going to have to work for it tomorrow. So we're going to try to be ready to come and play whoever's next on schedule.
Yeah.
Why don't you answer this first?
As someone who was stateside when it happened, I can tell you that people were up at 3 a.m. watching it. The whole country was up at 3 a.m. watching it. Curling is one of the most popular, I think it's the most watched sport in the Winter Games in the United States anyway. It has been for the last couple Olympics. And as a result of things like winning a gold medal, or just honestly having John be at so many Olympics, like, people follow the team so closely. And I think everyone was so stoked to see them come out on top that people flooded, more so than they normally do after an Olympics. And honestly, we have more clubs popping up in the most random of places in the US, and it's been huge for sure.
I mean, we're just continually trying to do everything we can to be, you know, the best team that we've worked so hard to be over the last 3 years. So yeah, there's always minor things you can improve on, but I think we've been very, very happy with with our communication out there, with the way we're managing games, and yeah, so we just got to continue to be us, and yeah, you're playing against these other great teams, but most of the time you just got to play against the rocks and take what the other team gives you.
Yeah, so part one, I can tell you, I said to our bench right after the first end, like I've played in World Championships in Vegas a couple years ago, and I played against every team out here 100 times, but I was more nervous going to that first end than I've ever been for any curling game ever. And I feel the same way if I play in like a fun spiel with people I don't normally play with, because it's the newness of it. And we all want to win for our teammates like so much. And so going out there and being able to contribute, it's exciting and terrifying at the same time. But like going into that extra end, for instance, I told the guys, I'm making these 2 ticks. Like coming in at the lead position and having the opportunity to make 2 ticks and essentially ice the game, like it's something we all live for. In anyone who plays sports lives for those moments, and I'm just happy I was able to be a part of it today.
And to answer your follow-up question, Colin, from the time we decided he was going to be, our alternate at the Worlds that were supposed to happen last year, but then again this year, he said, hey, what can I do to make sure I'm as much a part of this team as I can possibly be? And this year with the pandemic meant he actually came and lived in my basement for a month, and we were roommates. And right. No, but what that did was
his dog ate one of my shoes.
One of his curling shoes. Yeah. True story. One of those ones with that. But anyways, we knew this was an incredibly long week. This was going to be the longest tournament that any of us have ever played. And, if it made sense at any point to get Colin out onto the ice, we had supreme confidence that, he was going to step in and play great, and that our team, wouldn't waver. And you kind of show that when you put a new player on the ice, when you go and play one of the teams that's around the top of the leaderboard. So I don't, we're gonna continue to make roster choices based on what our team needs. And today, after playing that really long, hard-fought extra end game this morning, that I think Landsteiner did a ton of sweeping at, and we had a plan of getting Colin into the game, at the Worlds anyways. It seemed like the right time, and yeah,
It'll be a good decision.
And the confidence that we had in putting him in there, obviously, was great.
Oh, it's amazing. My legs is in a tremor right now. Ooh, it's a great feeling.
It's really exciting. It's the first win of Russian team on the official tournament, so it's amazing for us. I think it's one of the most important wins for us, because now we believe in our team much more better than before coming here in Canada. So we know we can win, and it's the best point for the win. And for sure, this win will help us in the standing.
Oh, because it's one more point for goes forward. Of course, it's a Canada in a Canada. Of course, it's cool. It's a big win. Like Sergey says, it's the first time in official competition. And every win, my legs shaking. Every good team, it's a step forward.
In extra end, we just tried to play the same like the 8. So we know we had a hammer, and it's a good advantage for us. So we just tried to keep the first shots for 100%, and then I just need to play open draw. So it was a little bit nervous, but we did it.
Did that stone feel good out of your hand? The last one?
It was a little bit nervous.